Hello, welcome back to the Meet the Speaker studio. We're here with Adam. Hello, Adam.
Hello, you're good. Just as I drink my water, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? Do you want to tell our audience who you are and what you do?
Yeah, so I'm one half of the Career View. Most people will know Mark Tops, my colleague. We are an online health and social care platform, chat show, podcasts, free resources, supplier-led website, completely free for everyone in social care. And we do that in our part-time sort of for fun sort of role. And in my day-to-day role, I'm a quality and compliance manager for a group of nursing homes and nominated individual. So really into the throes of social care.
Perfect. So tell us what you're talking about today.
So today we are on employee wellbeing financially. So we've got HSBC joining us on the keynote stage. Last talk of the day, so everyone has to come and listen to it. But it's all about how do we support our employees to manage their finances better? How do we support as employers? What are some of the tips we can provide out there? But we've had a number of talks. So we did a lot yesterday around AI in social care. Not trying to sell anything, but actually, do you understand what AI is and how it can benefit us? We had a really good session around sex in care and having those sort of difficult taboo conversations, breaking down stigmas. Did some talk around the CQC, and again, that was really well received. And then around succession planning, how do we grow our teams and how do we take control of our retention? So if we're worried about our retention levels, how do we make sure that our team leave, but leave on our terms? So it's like, we're not trying to keep you, we want you to go, but we want you to go and go on to better things. So how do we train you to get there and benefit us whilst you're with us? Because then we're owning our retention, and we know that in 3 years you're going to go on to bigger and brighter things. So we start training your replacements now and really taking control of the workforce situation. So it's been really fun. Yeah, and obviously sitting and talking to you, which is always a pleasure.
Yeah, of course. Interesting one about managing finances. So I had a chap in yesterday who talked about those kind of wage release programs that you can get as companies. Do you know what that I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where do you stand on that?
For me, I understand why they exist and I understand those situations, but I always find that those sort of solutions are very much needed for some people, and I completely get it. But actually, let's root cause analysis this. What's really the problem here, and is it actually getting them access to their wages early? Or is it making sure that they don't need access to their wages early? Because I always feel like if you're always dipping into next month, you're always owing someone, you're always owing someone, you're always owing someone. And with that comes the mental health problem of, well, actually, if I leave my employment now, will I get a full salary because I've already eaten into next month's salary, and how am I going to cope from that transitional period? So it really is, how can we support our employees now to really benefit themselves? And it's nice to throw Christmas parties and it's nice to do this, but actually, can we talk to the tax people? Can we talk around tax relief schemes? Can we provide groceries or essentials or things like that, in a HMRC compliant manner that doesn't overly financially detriment our employees, but actually gives them access to the essentials that they can't really afford anymore. Toilet roll, pack of 12, £10 near me, and I'm Lancashire. It's bonkers. You don't want to have to force people to buy own products or smart price products or single ply toilet roll. Everyone should have access to the same. So it's how do we now work on supporting our employees the best we can, rather than making them feel like they're making do.
Yeah, interesting. What the chap said was to only have it available for overtime shifts. So you've got your set hours, and then actually if you want to work late on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to pay for your night out at the weekend, great. You can unlock your overtime shifts at the time. When
that's a really good idea.
So it doesn't affect, which I thought was quite interesting. I can understand the pitfalls of that. We've talked about it as a team and whether we really want to do that in terms of giving people the opportunity to create other problems for themselves.
And I suppose you've also got to think around the inclusivity of it. So, someone might be 100% committed to their role, but might be a single parent and just doesn't have the option to do those overtime roles and those overtime shifts. So what are we doing as a company to financially support them as well? I know that person's then doing the work and doing the overtime, but they're able to. So how do we make a financial well-being inclusive for everyone? And there's got to be ways in which we can do it. So
I think it may be just about talking about it more. Really,
definitely. So we'll probably be touching a lot on pensions today and understanding. I am finally paying into a pension.
Exciting stuff.
I know. Well, I've just bought a house, which is incredibly expensive.
I like it. I like pensions. I've got my own little pension going, and I'm quite interested in it. So people should understand it. I used to, for my sins, work at a big pension fund when I was younger. So from 20, I just was sitting in these meetings where they were like, you should be putting money away now. You should be putting money away. The longer you leave it, the worse it, the more you have to put in. So it's real kind of, the earlier people do it, even if it's just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's good thing.
So, but no, it's really interesting. HSBC came on our show before. Shameless plug, www.thecaringview.co.uk. Everyone can go in and catch it. And they're really, really interesting. You know, they aren't coming with advice because they can't do because of the financial something or other. I don't know. So it's tips only, but they are really, really good, and they have got loads of sort of knowledge that they're bringing with them. So, and we've got Kay Price joining us from KP Financial Wellbeing, and that is all around the financial wellbeing side for employees and employers. So it's going to be really, really good.
Lovely. So have you got a quick hint or tip you could share with someone in the sector, just something they can do, easy to do, they can do now to help improve everybody's lives? Or their own life, or their team?
Well, I would say engage, but if you're watching this, you're already engaging. It's how do we get this out to the people who aren't engaging? Because engagement is number one. You know, getting involved, getting to know people, building up your networks is really, really important. You know, I will admit we've got a problem. We need to sort out our DSPTs at the moment because not all of them are matching. But because of the work I've been doing and the engaging I've been doing at these networks, I know all the contacts that I need to know to try and get that sorted. So it's really understand what it is. One of the tips I gave out yesterday, especially around the new framework for CPC coming in for getting people prepared, is to watch the news. And I know it sounds really, really odd, but when we had Shipman and we had Winterbourne View, so much changed, and we've recently had Letby. So it's understanding what's going on within the sort of peripherals of our roles as well, and how that might affect us, and how we can sort of relate that to everything that we do. But really, for me, it's just engage and learn. Take every day as a learning day. If you're having a really bad day, just go, I'm learning though. You know, I'm learning. If I'm learning, I'm doing something right, and every day is a learning day. So it's around that growth.
The more it hurts, the more you're learning.
Exactly. So, you know, very twee answer, and I know there's people going there. Yeah, but you've not been a registered manager and you've not done this.
Follow Adam on LinkedIn. Right?
Yeah, follow me on LinkedIn. Well, you can do. I don't really post much
Twitter,
at the moment.
X. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't do that either now. No, I do LinkedIn. You can get us on LinkedIn. It's easier to go through our website to get in touch with us.
Or the Care and View.
Yeah, the Care and View, really easy to get in touch with us that way.
So I've got one final big question. It's an age-old debate. Orange juice, bits or no bits?
Bits. Nice. And you've got to give it a really good shake, so you get loads and loads of bits. If I'm really mean, I won't shake it. I'll pour my boyfriend his drink, and then I'll shake it and pour mine, especially if we're coming to the end of the bottle, because then I get more bits. So no, the bits are good.
Nice.
The fibre keeps you regular.
Yeah, and also you said...
Oh yeah, so if you're drinking orange juice for your vitamin C, eat your sprouts, because there's 5 times more vitamin C in sprouts pound for pound. And if we were just discussing that, we're on health kicks at the moment and raw foods, juice your sprouts on a cold press, not a machine one. So
juice them?
Yeah, juice your sprouts and then drink it that way, and then you can use the fibre to make like little fritters.
Sounds horrendous.
No, sprout juice is really like broccoli juice. Have you ever juiced broccoli?
I have never juiced broccoli. No,
and you should always eat your broccoli stems as well. So you put your flowers off in a salad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love a broccoli on a salad. Yeah. Get some of that fancy purple long stem one.
Definitely. Well, I don't like water chestnuts, so I will substitute water chestnuts for broccoli stem in a stir fry.
Nice. So it's the health show apparently. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming.
You're most welcome. Thank you for having me.